Black Box Productions.
I ain't even mean to play that song. I'm finna stop it real quick. That was an accident. But hip hop on one though, like Kanye running for president, Scarface, Willie D that ran for office. I don't know how that actually turned out for them cats. But now I don't know how many of y'all familiar with Shyne. But Shyne is one of hip hop's original bad boys in the sense that not only was he signed to the Bad Boy label, but he was one of the hip hop artists to make headlines with Gunplay. Next to Tupac, he was one of the earliest. And if you know his story, typically, from what we understand, he was at a function in a venue with Puffy. It got bad. He ended up popping off. Puffy went home. He did a long stretch. He was one of the dopest artists out. He was on the cusp of contemporary, underground, mainstream, street, lyrical, textural tone, voice. He was ready. He was ready to go, and it all went bad because he was holding Puffy down. Similar to how Troy Ave got caught up, but it wasn't on camera. Somehow Puffy in the paper, he propelled himself up out of the perpetual situation of persecution and punishment, and Shyne had to deal with the fact that it was reported, allegedly, that he was a real one when the situation went down and held down the Don. So for holding down the Don, we get to understand that he did a stretch, came out. I mean, he was going at Curtisha when he was down, rapping over the phone, dissing Cuz, didn't quite, he hit with it, but didn't quite hit. But then, it's just crazy how politics and hip-hop have started to make a marriage. I guess those with the gift for orating, similar to politicians, and those that have the courage and the talents, the gifts, and the skill set to be up front and at forefront with ideas, thoughts, concepts, general leaders, more than one skill set. It's not a shock that they don't confine themselves to one industry or one set of ideas when it comes to expressing or utilizing what they've been naturally blessed with. So when you think of a hip-hop artist, someone who utilizes a microphone to address the public, it doesn't fall far from someone in a next step to be a person that utilizes the microphone to address the public without a beat, without rhymes, and speak on some of the same issues, perhaps some more mature issues, and leave some of the other issues out that they addressed in a more commercial entertainment setting when it comes to making records. And I just want to salute Shyne. I don't know him personally, don't know his personal plight outside of what we've seen in the media, but we know the struggle is real, and we know from what we can just take from what we've read and seen all these years, he was a real one. And we see what he received. You would have thought once he held it down and got out that Puffy would make sure, you know, at least the boy had a condo and a Benz till he died. But that don't seem to be the situation. And it's not in America, but somewhere the boy, that's not, because out here is not his actual origin place. On my mama. But wherever he at, he done got himself nominated for office. And to go from being buried, kind of remind me of the biblical story of Joseph, which is one of my most favorite stories. You know, it was all over for Joseph. And if it wasn't for Joseph's visions and dreams and how he believed in those visions and dreams, as the Bible tells it, his story would have been a dark one. But Joseph went from being at the bottom where it seemed like no way out to being on top without no effort of his own. All he did was stick to the script, so salute to Shyne. And I know how things would get bad. On my mama, I remember.
Black Box Production.
first got turned out. I remember crocodile blood in the blood out. I remember coming up in the stove game. Now niggas only know about this whole game. I remember when a nigga first got turned out. I remember crocodile blood in the blood out. I remember coming up in the stove game. I remember.
On the turf, Lil Box and Lil Murk. Not a gang of birds, but the third served the Lil work. Sticky shit, every time he lit his big. Politicking with his clique, trying to hit the biggest lick. Problem with the hood, we gon' have to see to that. It was Baby Jinx, Tiny D, me and Black. To be from EC, can't explain how it felt to me. Lil BT nicknamed himself Looney. With Big Wine on the 5, getting hella faded. Heard that nigga ain't survived, so we celebrated. On a mission with the homies, or if by my lonely. Niggas know me, always got the pistol on me. Shot his way on the set, they ain't quote him on. Never lied, every lyric you can quote him on. Diamond shining, rhyming with my rollie on. Money long, kinda like a Coleon.
I remember when a nigga first got turned out. I remember crocodile blood in the blood out. I remember coming up in the stove game. Now niggas only know about this whole game. I remember when a nigga first got turned out. I remember crocodile blood in the blood out. I remember coming up in the stove game. I remember.
My mama, some shit you just can't forget. Like some of the young niggas used to claim to set. Same time, some of the homies used to bang young. To this day, me and Herb trade the same guns. East side, niggas know about that 7 gang. Central to San Pedro, sold up on everything. You ain't heard, 93rd to the Sin. Ain't nothing new, neighborhood, this what it been. All the Sherm homies hitting in the hood. Fuck the function off soon to get to getting good. A party ain't a party without a little drama. In the parking lot, hollering at Lil Mama. Say my name next to Johnny Ray, Baby Dre. Soul 1 and 2, Big Snake from 88th. For death though, I die for I surrender. Shit was evil on the east side, I remember.
When a nigga first got turned out. I remember crocodile blood in the blood out. I remember coming up in the stove game. Now niggas only know about this whole game. I remember when a nigga first got turned out. I remember crocodile blood in the blood out. I remember coming up in the stove game. I remember.
Bay Mac Business.
Oh my mama, that's all it is in the black box. Bay Mac Business with Bay Machiavelli. We call it Bay Mactivity. We don't get mad, we get money. We love life. We be about our marathon at all costs. We keep it facts over feelings. We keep it a Google. And the reason we keep it a Google, because a Google is a 1, the number 1, followed by a million zeros. Everybody else call themselves keeping it 100, keeping it a buck, keeping it a stack, keeping it 1,000. We keep it a Google. So let that sink into your noodle. And a Googleplex, a Googleplex, because we really keep it a Googleplex. We just don't press that. That's for those that's really down with the get down, the Google gang, you digitalize. A Googleplex is a 1 followed by an infinite amount of zeros. And that's for the war room. But on my mama, I just appreciate y'all. It's about that time. And y'all is my loved ones. Be about your marathon at all costs. You dig a lot.
Snake Wood Nip Hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All